I'm just going to do a quick video on the A&K M249 addressing the cons. Do not let these cons fool you. It is a very nice gun. It's got great range and it's got great accuracy and a great rate of fire with a 9.6 battery. But let's just talk about the cons in this video. I actually got to use it today, so I finally got to play with it in the game and find out what the real cons to this thing were. Let's start with the biggest problem. This trigger group. This gun is full auto only, and when you pull the trigger, you shoot your BBs, but I pulled the trigger and released, and it would not stop shooting until I unplugged the battery. Even when my finger was off the trigger, it would shoot. We don't know what caused this problem, but we think it's the strike plate or the tappet plate. If you have fixed this, please post a comment or send us a message and tell us what you did. I've heard people saying, a lot of people saying that their A&K saws did that too. But anyway, I'll talk more about this later. Let's get to the charging handle. This is just a cosmetic complaint. On the real M249, you pull the bolt back and push it forward. Before I fixed that, there was a spring in there to make it come forward, like you'd hold on to it and release and go forward. That can be fixed by unscrewing this Allen wrench screw and there's a spring right here on this rod. You just take that out and it's as easy as that, and you have a sliding charging handle. I did that because, well, one, for the realism, and two, for the problem of closing the feed tray cover. You'd have to hold the bolt back to close your feed tray cover because you couldn't close it from this position. And I'm going to move up to the top part of the gun, feed tray cover and the sights. First thing I noticed as soon as I got it out of the box was that there was no rail here. I saw that on the internet, so I kind of knew what I was getting into. And I found out to replace this feed tray cover with a railed one would cost me $160. So I'm probably not going to do that. I'm probably going to jimmy rig it and drill and tap a rail on here so we can include optics and red dots and shit. And the problem with the sights, actually the sights are really nice, very reactive to tuning, and the hop up is very reactive as well. If you wear a replica PSA GT helmet, something like that, the helmet will get in your way of aiming down the sights. But this really isn't a problem because you just direct a line of white plastic into your opponent's face instead of aiming. And this isn't so much a problem with the gun, but the box mag that comes with the gun. It crapped out on me today, and I only used it for one game. Well, I played one game with, I think, 5 rounds, and it broke on the second or third round. It was great while it worked, but then it would not feed. I cleared the jam, and still did not want to feed. So I'm going to have to take that apart and fix that, as well as the trigger group, to make this stop shooting by itself. My next complaint is the mag well. This is not a really bad complaint. It's easily fixed. BBs get trapped in your mag well sometimes and make it so you can't fit your magazine in there to reload, or your box mag. All you have to do is tip it over to the side and push down on your trap door and the BBs will come right out. That's not a big deal. My other concern with this gun, it's not really much of a concern, is the pistol grip on this is a little wide and uncomfortable on the webbing of your fingers. That can be fixed with a pair of gloves. It's no big deal at all. And yeah, that's not a real complaint. Blah blah blah. The real complaint with this, out of all these, is that trigger group shooting when it's not supposed to. When you're running through brush, you gotta watch the front part of your gun, because today brush got tangled up and hit my quick detach button, and my barrel started to come off. I mean, it was easy to put back on, but that's not the greatest thing to happen when you're in the middle of the game. And you got to watch out for the carry handle because stuff will get stuck in there too, and you'll be fighting the trees. But really, those are the only cons I could find. I might find more as I use this more in more games. I mean, I've only used it in one game. But the pros definitely outweigh the cons so far, because that is probably, definitely fixable. I can definitely fix that with some time and patience. And the box mag can be replaced by another brand. Most of the people that have A&K saws complain about the box mags being a cheap piece of garbage anyway. And I've heard a lot of complaints about that full auto problem. It wasn't I was expecting that to happen, but I was hoping it wouldn't. But it did anyway. So anyway, great gun, totally worth it. Buy it if you're into the support role. That's pretty much the end of this overview of the cons. I'll probably do a full review sometimes talking about the pros and the cons in one video. But anyway, thanks for watching. Have a good one.